Release District.
Agbaya, 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 Agbaya.
Cheese, come on, live in the flesh. In the flesh, we are live.
Hey,
We're alive, oh.
are we?
We're
Are
alive.
we inside?
We're inside. It's the Agbaya show. Make sure you like and subscribe. You know, you're tuned in with your fine boy, Damo Veli Stanfield. Can I get a round of applause, please? This
Am I
round
supposed
of
to
applause.
clap?
Yeah.
I'm meant to clap as well.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh.
Yes. Loud clap. Thank God. Because, you know, I've been looking rugged nowadays. Everyone's saying, cut yourself. But I'm hustling. But we thank God. Another episode, another week. Praying for greatness. Everybody going through, you know, any sort of hardship. I always tell you, you know, better times are coming. Like, just keep the faith. You know, keep prayerful. And I know good times are coming. Amen.
Amen.
With that being said, this one, I got a fine guest on this one.
I'm screaming.
I've been calling her fine for at least a month, but she aired me. But I'm thankful that, you know, the timing is right. With that being said, I got the wonderful Miss Kenny, aka Coco Popz. Hey. Come on. Beep. Come on, how you feeling?
I'm alright, you know. I'm good.
You know, you're finally here.
Yeah, by the grace of God, you know.
Oh, we're
By
thankful,
the grace
man.
of God.
Because this one, I can't lie, this one was a long time coming. Like,
What do you mean?
listen, I'll break it down later in the episode because Popz was moving like a real diva to me. Real diva. You know,
Ogbeni. I was not. You know, when we're younger, yeah, we've got time for everything. I was talking to my boy yesterday. I've known him for 20 years.
yeah.
And we were reminiscing, like, when we used to chat, yeah, like, we were up until the stupidest of o'clocks. Gisting. If you tell me if you ask me what we were talking about, I don't know. You know, back in the day where you used to have, like, T-Mobile, when it was T-Mobile,
Yeah.
and you had 750 minutes. I had 750 minutes. I used all my minutes on him. He used all his minutes on me.
Jeez.
It didn't go anywhere. But we had all the time in the world. Now, yeah, you know, you blink, and then you're like middle-aged kids, full-time job,
It's crazy.
direct debits.
Hey.
I used to pray for the letters to come with my name on it. I can't wait until I'm old. I want the letters with my name on it. Ask me if I open any of my mail. I don't open my mail.
Me, I never prayed for anything like that. I just prayed to go to Miami. That's all I was.
Have you been?
No.
Hey.
Hey, so the prayer is still rampant.
So we got to get you to Miami.
No. Miami is you know, as I grew older, you know, it's only materialistic, you know. If I go to Miami, it's because I have a business there. I have a business building that I'm.
Is it everything business?
Everything is
No,
business.
it's not everything. No, this life is short, please. Obviously, we're gonna get into it, and
Yeah.
I hear that,
Yeah.
but everything is not business.
You know what is, yeah, everything isn't business, yeah, but when you have children and, you know, if I know that life is short and I go tomorrow and I don't have anything to leave behind for them, then you get me, that business is, you understand, it's gonna make sense.
That part I hear, but where's the part where we actually just live as well? You know, your children need to see you live so they understand what living is.
It's true.
Like the older generation, obviously the generation that we've come in like we are in,
Yeah.
our parents have come as first gen immigrants.
Yeah.
So they've come in because they were hoping for a better life. They came here to thrive.
Yeah.
We're in our generation is now, we're just surviving. Everything is expensive. Everything is problems. There's a tax for everything. There's a PCN every other week. If you're not getting a speeding fine, you're getting a parking fine, you're getting a parking warning, all of that. There's all of this stuff coming out, and it's going to come out anyway. And I always say to people, make time for the enjoyment, because the sorrow, it will make time for itself. So when it comes, you can't stop it, innit?
It's true.
So you might as well live. Like, obviously, I've got my daughter here with me. She's over there, innit?
Gee, big up the daughter in the background.
Big up Naraya.
Come on.
But I've come to a place where now I need her to see me living. She sees me working very, very hard. I work very, very hard.
Yeah.
But she also sees me living. She sees me enjoying myself. You know why? Because I'm not just making my money for it to just build up. Because the day I pass, I can't take any of it with me. It'll be for her. So she will benefit off it, not me. So if I spend my whole life just chasing the money, working and doing whatever, and not actually enjoying the money that I'm making while I'm here, it'll be used to cover my funeral costs. You get? So if God has it in his heart that he wants you to be somewhere, like if he wants you to be in Miami for enjoyment, he will send you there for enjoyment. Forget the business.
Okay.
Focus on what you can focus on. Obviously, be real. Like, we have to be realistic because at the end of the day, we're the adults now, innit?
Yeah.
So we do have to make our priorities clear. But you should always carve out that extra time to enjoy yourself and do the things you actually want to do.
Jeez.
Like, with my parents, I can't lie. I'll say I didn't know what they liked. I didn't know who they were as individuals. I knew them as mum and dad. So now that they're not here, it's kind of like, well, what was my mum's favorite color? I can't lie. I don't, unless I dig back and like really, really think. I believe it was purple. I could be wrong. My younger brother said her favorite color was white. Could be wrong. I thought my dad's favorite color was red. But these are things that I don't have absolute clarity on. If you ask my daughter what my favorite color is, she knows. If she asks me my middle name, I'll tell her. But my name is Mum. As far as she's concerned, my name is Mum. We don't know anybody's...
You don't know...
No.
Trust me, any middle name will be met by the belt, bro. You know the ones.
But you have to we have to allow our children to see us as humans, because you see your parents as superheroes. So you don't learn anything about them. And then the minute that safety blanket isn't there, you don't know anything. But they're also not here to guide you and help you to make those choices, which include actually choosing enjoyment for yourself.
Okay.
Because all we saw them do is working.
It's true.
But they were in an environment where they had to, because they were building from scratch. We've been given a lot of the foundation. We've been afforded free education, free up to uni, innit?
Yeah.
But even then, it's not your parents funding it. It's you get EMA, you get student loan. Ask me when my student loan is. I'm still paying it. I graduated in 2009. I'm still paying it.
Jeez. You know what, Popz? You're right. And you know what, people, I'm going to let you all know that after this episode, I'm going to Hyatt. I'm going to enjoy. Yeah, you said enjoy yourself. I'm going to either Hyatt or Coco Cure or Eden Loud, and I'm going to feed somebody suya, bro. And I'm getting lit.
You're gonna feed with your hand. You're gonna feed somebody suya.
No, with fork, because I don't want to get my hand dirty. I'm going to be driving as well. Can't be getting the steering wheel dirty.
He said, I'm going to Hyatt.
So I'm going to live life the way Popz wants me to live. You're right. No, you're right. I'm going to break the bank today, and I don't care.
Can I come?
Of course.
We're outside.
But it's one of them ones you can't get too deep into the convo yet, because Popz ain't even introduced yourself to the people them. You know them ones there.
I feel like you introduced me already.
No, you gotta tell the people them your name, where you're from.
So my name is Kenny.
Jeez.
It's actually Kane Day. Kenny is short for Kane Day. Because I'm a twin.
Hey.
Everyone knows me on the gram as Coco Popz or Popz. By day, I'm a civil servant, so I work for the government in energy policy. And by night, I'm a personal trainer, online coach. I'm an ambassador for a cancer charity. I'm a mum to an amazing 10-year-old.
Yep.
And I'm a content creator. Yeah.
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 You see, with Miss Kenny, aka Kane Day, yeah. I love how she's being so modest. Like
that's who I am, though.
No, but you're modest about it. Listen. No. I'm not having this. You are a big figure in the community.
Hey.
I see what you're doing.
Big figure.
Big
figure.
The figure is sweet too.
Okay.
Like and subscribe, but respectfully. But you're a serious figure.
I appreciate that.
And I've seen your work. I've seen how people love what you do. Random people that just be in your comments just bigging you up. You understand? Because of what the trend you're setting. Like you're not blending in anymore. You're standing out. And that's what I can see in the last few months and whatnot, in terms of even when you're gymming, your pictures and that, the confidence is there. It's back. Or it's never left. You understand? So That's what I mean by I gotta big you up, gotta give you your flowers. Like, no, it's cool, and I do that to everyone on the show because we need to let people know that just because you're not out there, I don't know, in the clubs every weekend twerking and this and that. Like, you know, I mean, I could be wrong, but it's a case of the fact that you got an amazing child in the building. You're a serious role model, and we can't play that down. So big ups to you.
Thank you.
Even I'm looking at the gym shark that you're wearing. How much did they pay you for the 10 grand?
No, amen.
There's money in here. There's money. She's even got the Swarovski jewelry.
He says Swarovski.
What, Chanel earrings?
No, I'm a very simple lady. I'm very simple. I don't really like. If you see me, the majority of the time I'm wearing gym wear because that's like my life, innit? Like gym wear, sportswear. I just like to be comfortable.
Okay.
I can switch it up. If I'm outside, I'll dress up, I'll do whatever. But this is me. Do you know what I mean?
I know, and sometimes we love the real you, and we love the real anybody. Like nobody, like that's what the podcast is there for. Like I'm not trying to bring nobody here to be media trained. Give me some dull answers. Just be yourself. Be the Agbaya. But not you. Not you. Kenny's like, if I give you a slap.
If I sound you. If I sound you. Obviously you're a parent, innit?
Yeah.
I'm a parent. We're both Nigerian, so obviously the generations are different now.
Yeah.
Like the threats, I have PTSD from like some of the threats. If I sound you, Timber bite here.
Oh.
No, let's fight here. Do you know what? It's crazy because it's the fear. That's the fear that stopped me from going astray.
Yeah.
But you see these kids now, they're not afraid.
They're not afraid, man.
If I say to Naraya, I can fight here, she doesn't even understand what I'm saying.
She might just be laughing.
She's laughing and it's even angering me. It's even annoying me even more.
But you have to go and even knock on it. Ace.
Do you remember like the punishments, like face the wall,
raise your hand, stool
raise
down,
your hand, stoop, frog jump, all of that.
There was one that you had to plank. Oh man, they made us mad lean when we.
Yep.
But you know what it is, I'll be so real nowadays. I'm so. What's the word? Is it immune? I actually look at people and say, what? Are you going to smack me?
Yeah.
I actually tell them, are you going to smack me?
Yeah. I say that all the time. I'm like, you can't beat me. That's like, so I have a thing, I'm very, very laid back in all areas of life. Ask her. I'm very laid back as a person. The one thing, yes, absolute no for me is lying.
Yeah.
Don't lie. So I don't lie. And the reason why I don't lie about stuff is because my whole ethos is you can't beat me.
Yeah.
If I tell you the truth, what you can do, you can't beat me. You can't beat me, there's no point in me lying. So why am I gonna lie?
There we go.
But because that's my approach, I don't take lies. I can't take lies very well because I need to understand your rationale. Like, what did you think you were gonna get by lying? And this is across anything. This is whatever relationship you have with somebody, be it romantic, platonic, like familial, whatever.
Yeah.
There is nothing that you benefit from by lying.
You really don't.
And when you lie to somebody, you actually rob them of the opportunity to make a decision about that for themselves. So you've taken away their right to react how they want to react. So
in other words, you sort of, sorry to cut you off, in other words, you sort of manipulated the situation.
Yeah. And that's, I don't agree with that at all. I feel like people should always have the right to make a decision for themselves.
Of course.
And whoever that person is, they need to just be okay with that. Like there's so many layers to it, just in life generally. Because I think that when people lie about stuff, it's like, I didn't tell you because I knew you would be hurt. Says who? I knew you'd be hurt. I knew that you would take it this way. I knew you'd take it that way. But you've made that decision for me, and now I can't make that decision for myself. I didn't want you to react this way. Why are you trying to control how I react? Let me react how I want to react.
There we go. Obviously, before we even get deep, because, Popz, it seems like you have a lot of things to say, we have to go straight to Agbaya of the week. Obviously, Popz is, Kehinde, she's a twin. You get me? It's Yoruba. So, you're a girl. I don't need to explain to you what Agbaya is. You might even tell me that I'm pronouncing it wrong, but I'm just a bit.
You've been. But
Yeah,
it's okay. But I only I know because obviously that's one word. That's one word that was always said, and I went boarding school as well. So
swear down.
Yeah.
Nah, Popz is from the ends.
From the end.
But we gotta move on. I'm gonna let the clip roll because this is rubbish.
Hi everyone. I sued Chelsea FC player Tosin Agbaya for £11,000 and won, but then lost when he hired top lawyers to strike out my claim. Let's get into it and find out what happened. So I sued Tosin for £11,000 damages. Tosin is the biological uncle of my daughter, which is pretty ironic as the Chelsea fans refer to him as Uncle Tosin. He is an uncle, but is actually no way practically or financially involved. Tosin instructed Kingsley Napley in London, and he was represented by Ian Cooper from King's Chambers. He's a barrister. So I asked Tosin's main lawyer, Sue Thackeray at Kingsley Napley, I said, ballpark figure, how much has Tosin spent on striking out my claim and getting my default judgment set aside? Response: Dear Nadia, thank you for your email. We must decline your request for privileged information. This must have cost 20 grand more. I can't put a figure on it exactly, and obviously his lawyers refused to give me the information. And the fact that he has now spent more than what I was actually asking for in my claim kind of doesn't make sense. He's perfectly entitled to hire a legal team and respond to my litigation and defend himself. The disappointing thing is that I did actually win, and he could have settled or just paid the default judgment. But Tosin is a very rich man and he had money to spend.
And obviously I'll give you a bit of context. I've got to give the people them context. There's a Chelsea footballer called Tosin Adara Bioyo. And basically his brother has a child with a woman. But now this woman is suing Tosin, the brother. Not even the father, the brother of the father, because he's saying that how he owes Tosin owes the brother money.
Hold on. So the woman, she's not suing the dad. She's suing the brother, the uncle.
Yeah, she's suing the uncle because she's saying the uncle is holding the money back from her because and it's like she needs money for child support. So it comes to me now and says, did you not know? No disrespect to Tosin brother. Did you not know that this guy didn't have money? Because and I'm not saying that's not the main thing. The reason why I'm asking that is because it's like if you knew that this guy wasn't living like that, why are you going to have children with this guy to sue the uncle? Now what you have done now is that you have burnt bridges with the family. Yeah. That's basically what I'm getting at. Because cool, I don't have obviously, and I mean this in a respectable way, like I've had ups and downs with the children and mother of my kids. However, it's been a case of if she has gone to speak to my siblings about the situation, there's not a case where she can hold my sibling
accountable
the same level as me. You see what I'm trying to say? There's always that neutral party. I'm sure it's the same way in your family. There's always that somebody that will listen to you, listen to the father and say, all right, both of you chill. Let me mediate this. But now you basically gone against the mediator. Yeah. So now, if she loses that fight, what happens now? Yeah. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah. I think that's wild.
Very wild.
I can't lie. I'm quite a private person. I feel shy to involve other people in tell them they should do this. It's not necessary. Yeah. And I think there's other avenues to do it. But I think the issue that I actually have is bringing it to social media. It's actually enough like you can have them disputes, you can have them disagreements. No one's above having a disagreement with someone, you get. But to bring it to social media now, everybody's in the business. You're trying to, it's like you're embarrassing people. And basically, I think with men, men are very prideful people. Even if they're wrong, don't call me out on social media. I don't think it's necessary.
Yeah.
Because when you resolve whatever issue you've got, now you look stupid, because this could have been sorted out off camera.
Literally.
If you have an issue with the parent, like your co-parent or whatever, baby mother, baby father, or whatever, you can have those conversations, because I think the problem is everybody is so emotionally invested, and people don't stick to the facts. People can't argue facts, but people can argue emotion, because emotion is subjective, innit? It is wrong that you have not paid this child support.
Yes.
What practical ways can we deal with this? You get?
Yep.
And I think a lot of the problem is that as women, we deal with emotion. Men deal with logic. Give me the problem, let's figure out a solution. We lead with, but I feel like you did. I feel you have not done. And then you want to invite everybody in. You can't address an emotional problem with a logical response the same way you can't address a logical problem with an emotional response. There's a lot of emotion, which is why she's taken it to social media. This is a logical thing that can be sorted. This man has not paid this child support. This is between you and the dad. This is nothing to do with the brother.
And it's even the way she started the video.
Yeah.
I sued the brother of for 11K. Are you proud? Because like you said, social media, your children or your child is gonna grow up one day
and see this
and realize, mom tried to go against Uncle Tosin.
Yeah.
For 11K.
11K.
And Uncle Tosin just bought me an iPad for my birthday. They were there, and before you know, now the child has not a decision, but he's going to be thinking, so mum might be the problem, or maybe dad is the problem. And it's a case of, like you said, keep these things private. I will never ever go on social media to bash any of the mother of my children. I only have one, but if I do get another woman and she has babies for me, I will never go on social media and tell my business to the world about them. It makes no sense. It's crazy. Why are we doing this? But it's one of the most, clout is currency.
Yeah, it is now. Everything is like social media currency. Everything is engagement. Everybody wants a viral moment. And it's sad because, like, even with this stuff with Charlie Kirk, I don't have any specific thoughts on him as an individual, because I didn't know him before any of this. I didn't know who he was. I don't follow like politics like that. I'm not really into it. I heard he made derogatory comments. I've heard that he had this viewpoint, that viewpoint. But whatever way it is, I'm not going to sit here and tell people how they should, or police how they should respond to his to who he was as an individual. But somebody's dad, somebody's husband was executed in public view of everyone. I've watched the video. I've seen several angles of the video. Somebody's child is going to grow up and see that, because now it belongs to the internet, belongs to the world. It's never going to go away. There's not any amount of let's take this down, that there's not going to be, somebody has screenshotted it, somebody has screen recorded it. And all that's happened is it's become a viral moment. Every single video had no less than 3 million views.
That's crazy.
And this is people watching it. I admittedly watched most of them because I was like, wow. It was the shock factor for me.
Yeah.
But everybody had their phone out, and nobody felt like, actually, let me just cut this. I've seen it now, because they would have been recording for other reasons, not knowing that was going to happen.
Yep.
But the minute that happened, people don't put their phone down. They continue filming. So they would have seen him drop to the floor, cover off whatever, get carried away, as in this person's dead body, get carried away. And people would have still had their phones out. Bearing in mind, somebody has just been shot and the shooter is still on the large or whatever they want to say.
He could be really even aiming for the next person.
It could have been a mass shooting, but instead of protecting yourself or finding safety, the first thing you want to do is continue to hold your phone.
It makes no sense to me whatsoever. Like, but you know what? I honestly sound like a bitter old millennial. I'll be so real. I sound so old when I talk to some people.
That's okay though.
I know. I accept it, because I can't conform, or I just can't get the level of thinking of some people.
But you actually can't expect you you can't expect millennial thinking from Gen Z. You can't expect
You can't.
millennial thinking from Gen Alpha.
Mm.
The problem is that there's issues with all generations. The generation before us, the ones that had us, they're going to be like, oh, you youth of today, you youth.
I mean, yeah.
Now we're them.
It's true.
But I actually feel like the millennials are the ones. It's actually the golden generation.
It is.
And it's because we've got insight into before
And after.
the big screens, when your TV had a back off, when all you had was not even 5 channels, 4 channels.
When there's modem.
Yeah.
When like just to add on to what you're saying, we got the best of both because we were born in the analog era.
Yeah.
And now we're transitioning into the digital.
Yeah.
So.
But you can't I can't reconcile why certain things are the way they are.
Yeah.
With the younger generation, but guess what? That's just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking to her. We even did a little bit of content about it. Using the words that I used to use when I was in secondary school, like peng, nang, boom.
Come on.
All of that's like 2 2s now. All of that stuff. And I was saying, and when I was saying these things, she was busting up, and I felt a little bit insulted because I grew up on this. And she's laughing. You're a scumbag. I grew up on this. This was my childhood.
Yeah.
And I said, all right, what's yours then? What's your slang? She said, cooked. I said, okay, use it in a sentence. She went, bro, we're cooked. And I was just like, I'm not gonna lie, I found it hilarious, but I just thought it was so interesting that as a millennial parent with a Gen Alpha child, how different the generations are. Mm-hmm. And I've got a cousin who is a Gen Z. He's a member of Gen Z. He was born in 1999. Mm-hmm. And it's just very much like, wow, like, even how he talks is very, very different. But this is what it is. It's evolution, isn't it? There's a way that my parents' parents would have spoken to them.
It's true.
That would be very different. But that's generally like what it is. I just feel like we're in the era that is the golden one.
Yeah.
Because we've had the best of both. We understand both. So we can resonate with like our parents' generation, but we can also resonate with the much younger people. 38 for my mum is not the same 38 for me.
Oh, it's not.
It's not. The things my mum would not be wearing Gymshark. My mum would not be wearing the equivalent of
it's true
like that. But it's how times have evolved. It's what we're now more aware of. We have so much more information. We have access to that information. Like, I'm not personally, it does annoy me when I see like how things are now, but it doesn't annoy me because it's actually how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Like, you can apply your wisdom. You just have to exist in your space and continue to do the good things that you do.
That's it.
And just hope that you influence and impact somebody positively, that you leave an impact. Like, there's things that I can learn from Gen Z. There's things I can learn from Gen Alpha. Like, I'm not perfect in it. I can only go by like whatever experience I have. And I always say to people, give people grace.
Yeah.
Because they're still like learning themselves. I'm in my late 30s now. There's people like, cause I'm single, there's a lot of people like I get approached by men that are much younger than me.
Jeez.
And then
come on.
Stop.
I see the dimples coming out. Come on, let them show.
So I think with that, it's very much like, you'll approach me because you're like, I prefer older women. But why do you prefer older women? I prefer older women because they know what they want. Baby boy, let me talk to you real quick. In order for me to know what I want, I had to go through a season of not knowing what I wanted. That came with being the same age as you. You actually need to give your age mates some grace. Yeah. Because at the age you are, so the youngest person that's approached me is like 29.
Jeez.
And it's younger, but it's giving credit.
Gal them a man them sugar.
No, please.
Sugar cane. Sorry.
No.
Oggy and Tim Milk. Sorry.
Know somebody as this woman, this Agbaya of the week, this one.
Yeah.
You have a child with somebody not knowing how that man manages money. What?
It's crazy.
You already know. And the thing with us as women, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm not a pick-me. I'm not none of these things. I'm very realistic. The fact is, men show us who they are. From the start, it's us who's like, I'm going to change him. I want to be the one to change him. We want a glory story. We want a project. And this is not everybody, so this is a very blanket statement.
So all you girls that have dated me, I've been a project to you.
It means there's a problem there. They've seen their problem.
They see the problem.
But people tend to show you who they are, be it men, be it women. Because I'm generalizing and saying women, but actually men as well.
Of course.
But I know with us as women, I'm definitely guilty of it. You see somebody and you see potential. You don't see who they are.
Yep.
So you ignore who they are and focus on who you want them to be.
Yes.
So this woman, she's seen something because I see potential, and she's not seeing how this man manages money, or she's seen how this man manages money, what he's like when it comes to being generous. How generous is this person? Because remember, if you have kids with that person, are they going to maintain that standpoint?
Exactly.
Men tend to not really change. Women change, they evolve a lot. And this is not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing on men's part. It's not a bad thing on women's part. We change with seasons. We change with our hormones. We change with our periods. We change with as we progress.
Yep.
Men tend to be very, again, logical. So you respond to logic. Oh, I'm older now. Maybe I need to do this to take care of myself. Maybe I need to do that. You see a man and you see, he could provide this for me. And he's showing you he can't provide this for you, but you're thinking about what he could do. So therefore, now you're angry because he's continued to be the person who he always showed he was. So if he's not been paying child support, there was something in him, and he showed you that. Because you can't be that deceptive. You can't pull the wool over somebody's eyes for that long to the point where you have a child with them. Which questions did you not ask? And yes, people are very good at lying. But again, I think because of how it's been handled, I'm more inclined to be like, actually, this is a bit mad.
It's the way I see it, yeah. When I saw her coming on social media doing that, I see these sort of things. I translate it different to a lot of men. I see it as a sign for help. I cry for help. She realizes that she needs help. And now it may be a case that she's not getting the money. And it's a case of, if he's not listening, how do I get his attention?
But is that really gonna work? Because now his ego's been hurt.
It's not gonna. But this is the thing. People think these sort of things work because maybe they're being advised the wrong way. So it's a lot of things. Like how many friends do we have where maybe our friends come and complain about their partners, and it's only a case of because they're not listening. They would never come to us initially if their partner listened to their complaints.
I think that's subjective, though.
You're subjective? Fair.
I can't lie. I think it's matters of the heart are very, very delicate. So even that, reflecting on what I've literally just said, I think every situation is different. And because I don't know them, I can't make a call on who's right, who's wrong. It could be that she has actually tried everything. Just because me personally, I would not come on social media to address it.
Yeah.
How she's done it, it doesn't really work in her favor, because now we've got the internet has become judge and jury on the situation. Literally. I don't know them from Adam. She could be a lovely person, and she could have done everything, and now it's like, actually the only thing I can do is this. But there are certain platforms that amplify the situations a bit more. She may not have gotten directly to where we've all seen it, but it's come out. The fact that it's on the internet, it doesn't belong to you anymore.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, no one's necessarily going to be on her side the way she might think. And what might happen is that he's going to resist harder, because what are you going to do again? And
that's it. And now you fully embarrassed me. Now my child might grow up and think, right, the dad is actually bummy.
Yeah.
You understand? But listen, we can't stay on this topic because I got a celebrity in the house, man.
Stop that. Stop that.
So listen, miss, I don't even know your name, but you are the Agbaya of the week. Hold that slap. Agbaya. All right. Obviously, quiz time is done. Got Popz in the house. Feeling warm.
Hot.
You're hot. Jeez, hottest. I've got a baddie in the room.
The baddest.
Celebrity status.
Come on.
Listen, before we even go to the main topic, like I tell people, when I saw Popz, I was impressed, because obviously a lot of people don't know. Obviously, I don't know if you want to talk deep on it, but you're a survivor.
Yeah. And
we thank God for that.
That's it.
And I'm so happy, because I'm even happy to even witness the testimony.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, trust me. And it's not easy. So when I see Popz's content and whatnot, it was only right in my head, I have to get you on the show. People need to hear your story. People need to see what you're People don't need to see the fancy aesthetics, because you know Popz is a beautiful dark skinned woman.
Hey.
And you know me, the mother of my children is even darker than you, so I have love for dark skinned women. You understand? So it's one of them ones. I want to ask you, like, because where did it all begin? Because now you're doing the fitness on a madness now. I like
it's not a madness, is it?
no, when I say a madness, it's like your miss consistency. That's how I see you. You are like the epitome of consistency. Obviously, thank you. No, it's cool. Why am I even saying thank you? Look at me. But it's one of them ones, like, obviously you may not see yourself like that, because obviously we're all modest humans sometimes. You're humble. You showed me you're humble with it, but I don't want to see you, God forbid, you go and now everyone's saying, oh, if it wasn't for Popz, if it wasn't for Popz, I would have done this and that. Give Popz her flowers now.
I appreciate that.
Come on. So tell us, like, how did it start? How did you even get into the fitness lifestyle, man?
You know what? I was always the biggest sibling, the biggest, like, as in when I say big, I mean fat, innit?
Yeah.
Like, I was very overweight as a child.
Really?
Yes.
You know, sorry to cut you off. You know, I would have noticed, you know, because even Chevy, look at the way everything's just looking so tight.
That's the gym. That one is the gym. Okay. But I was always big. So I was always like even the biggest friend. So I was the fat friend, innit?
Okay.
Like, I was the one, you know, the yardie men. I was the one the yardie men wanted from young. Like you know, they love a big girl. You
see, my mind is so immature. So when you're saying, I'm just like, oh, go carry on.
Get like from young. Only the yardie men liked me.
Did you like the yardie men?
No, I didn't. You know.
Oh, okay, you wanted the.
I did. I was facing my book. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
No, but I was always like really.
No, right, face your book.
Face your book. I was always like big. And I was the whole like weight loss thing actually came about. So the first time I lost weight, I was in boarding school. Okay. Because it was very regimented, very strict. And then when I got back from boarding school and I got to like 17, I put the weight back on. And then when I got into uni, I was bigger in it. Okay. And then I met my first boyfriend. Like, big him up though, because we're cool now. Like, come on, big him up. I actually have a lot of love for him.
And I know what. Sorry to cut you. I love that. I actually love the fact that, you know, a lot of people can't even big up their ex or shout their ex out. It's bitter. So to even hear you say that, it's a testament to where you've come.
You know, we were kids, innit? Yeah. We were kids, and again, like, give grace to the younger version of yourself, to the younger version of other people as well, because we don't know what we want at them ages. Yeah, I can't say at 19 I knew what I wanted at all. Okay. And when I was with him, we were together. We were friends first, and we were together for like 6 months, and then he cheated on me. He cheated on me, and he's married to her now, and he's got children with her now. Okay. And honestly, I'm cool with all of them. Big him up, because it was him. It was the heartbreak that led me to the gym. Eventually, when I get stressed, I starve. So you know when people, they comfort eat, I'm the complete opposite. Okay. I starve. I will not eat, and I'll talk a little bit more about like that later. Yep. But I didn't eat, and I lost some weight, and someone was like, "Oh wow, like you look good, you know," and I was like, "Oh me." And then I was like, "Rah," and then there was just one random day I just went to the gym, and I felt good having done it. And I was like, "Oh, this might be something." So I started losing some weight. Getting more compliments, started feeling more confident in myself, because I was always big. Yeah. And I didn't recognize an adult version of myself that was slimmer. So it was nice to receive the compliments. And then I started going like more for myself. At first it was more for like the male gaze. It was like I wanted compliments. And I loved that people who had previously overlooked me were now trying to move to me. And I was like, nope. You didn't want me when I was shooting in the gym. You get? Come on. It became a thing. And then I got to like the slimmest that I'd been. At this point, I'd met like my daughter's dad. Yeah. And I was the slimmest I'd been. And I was like, wow, I look good, I feel good. Then boom, pregnancy. And everything that my body had been avoiding for the past however many years, I consumed it. Oh, wow. Put all the weight back on 5 stone. I gained 5 stone when I was pregnant with my daughter. Jeez. And then I was like, I got snapped back. And there was so much pressure. I was like, the first thing I wanted to do was lose weight. Because I was so used to living in a slimmer body at this point. Yeah. I wanted to lose the weight. So I worked hard. And then people are like, oh, how'd you lose weight? Do you want to be a PT? You should be a PT. And I did my PT qualification like 2018, got it. And then it's like, oh, people love hearing from you. They want to know how you got there. They want you to teach them how you got there. So I was like, oh, I did this, this, and this. But everyone, it's not one size fits all. It works differently for everybody. Mm-hmm. And then I just fell into this habit of losing weight, gaining weight, losing weight, gaining weight. But then I became very consistent with it because I felt the benefits of it. And again, stress. So my dad passed away in 2019.
R.I.P.
Thank you. And that was my first experience of grief, like proper grief. Because you lose people around you. I'd lost friends before, but I hadn't lost a family member before. And my dad was my bestie, man. Like, I loved my dad. I was such a daddy's girl. Such a daddy's girl. So it was a very hard thing to deal with. And I starved. I lost a lot of weight. I was very skinny. And then a year after, my mum passed away, which was mad.
R.I.P. as well.
Again, thank you. Again, stress. Wasn't eating. I was drinking. I took comfort in wine, red wine, to be specific. Because I was like, I heard that red wine is better for you. So if you're going to drink wine, at least, you know what I mean? And I was very stressed, and I started running more, and lockdown had hit as well. So gyms, we couldn't go to the gyms. I was running a lot, not eating much. So I was running pretty much every day. Every day, me and her, we did 5K. She would ride a bike. Jeez. I would run, and we'd literally run. We used the time to bond, and it was brilliant.
Very okay.
So I just got into this habit of like learning to love to run for the mental health benefits, not just the physical, but the physical. I was skinny. I was skinny, and as soon as I got skinny, because I'd been big for most of my life, I felt like I would be happy when I was skinny. And when I was skinny, I don't even think I was happy. And I think because I was so down from like dealing with like the losses, and then there was like a turbulent period in my relationship, and then that came to an end. So I was also dealing with that. So navigating like grief, and then navigating a long-term relationship breakup, it was very difficult. And I actually felt like, could my life actually get any worse? Because when my dad died, I actually thought it couldn't get worse. And then my mum died. Then I thought it couldn't get any worse. Then one of my really good friends passed away in 2021. And she was young. She was like a year younger than me at the time, and I was 34. So it was very wild that somebody, as she was very fit as well. So for her to pass away, that was very hard to take.
I can imagine, man.
Because she was at both of my parents' funerals as well. So for her to then go, it was mad. And I was just like, nah, that this life is mad. But in all of that, I maintained, like, I was going to the gym. When the outside opened again, I went back into the gym.
Yep.
And then I'd lost a lot of weight. At the beginning of 2022, I'd lost a lot of weight. I was probably maybe 10, 15 kilos lighter than what I am now. 20 kilos lighter, actually, than what I am now. I was wearing children's clothes. I was wearing clothes from the children's section. I was shopping in like 13, 14-year-old clothes could fit me. And I was like, is the problem that there are 13, 14-year-olds this size, or is the problem that I'm wearing 13, 14-year-old clothes? Do you know what I mean? And I was literally just at home, and my arm brushed my hip, and I was like, that feels a bit, what's that? So I touched my hip, and there was a lump on my hip. And I was like, there's a lump on my hip. So I'm like playing about with it, like moving it about. I'm thinking, this doesn't hurt, it doesn't do anything. But because we're still in lockdown, I don't get an emergency appointment. I called the GP, and I was like, hey, I found a lump. Can I come in for an appointment? They said, yeah, you can come in for an appointment. How does it feel? Does it hurt? Do you feel any other symptoms? I said, no. And I messaged 2 of my best friends, and I was like, yo, found a lump. They were like, oh, where is it? So I sent them a video, sent them a picture, and they were like, oh, there's probably nothing to worry about because, you know, like it's on your hip. So it's probably, it could be anything. The appointment came, and I turned up at the doctor's, and they said, why are you here? And I was talking to them through a glass as well. Why are you here? And I said, I've got an appointment. They said, it's a telephone appointment. I said, how is it a telephone appointment? If I tell you I've got a lump on my hip, somebody needs to see it.
Of course.
They said, oh no, we didn't realize. Oh, we're going to have to do a telephone conversation. I had a telephone conversation. I need to see someone in person. So eventually I saw someone in person. Then they referred me Then they started doing all of these tests. Then they said, we're going to send you to the soft tissue sarcoma center. I said, Madam, sarcoma is cancer. They said, oh no, there's nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. And I was just like, but you people are saying you're sending me to a cancer clinic. This one feels very cancery. I'm not feeling anything. You people are doing biopsies. This feels like cancer, And they were just like, oh no, we just want to rule out everything. Genuinely, I did not worry. They said don't worry, so I didn't. I was back and forth from the Royal Marsden in Sutton. And going to Sutton from South London is a madness.
It's long.
When you got to manage childcare, you've got to manage your full-time job. You've got to manage like the rest of your family.
Yeah.
I was managing like dealing with the estate that my parents had left behind. Still trying to navigate new co-parenting arrangements. And then having to go to and from these hospital appointments where they're doing biopsies. They said, the biopsy, we didn't get enough tissue enough of a sample from the biopsy. You have to come back and do another. You have to do this test, blood test, that one. My veins are so weak. My veins have always been weak. And to take blood, 3-4 people will come and be juk. Every area, my hand is covered in scars from like blood tests and whatnot. And they were saying there's nothing to worry about. 9 months, I did not worry. The weekend before I got my diagnosis, I went out for one of my best friend's 35th birthday. I can't tell you, I had the time of my life. And it was as if I knew that my life was about to be turned upside down. Because literally, we went out on the Saturday. I was still hanging on the Sunday. I was hanging. And I loved it. Monday came and I was booked in on Tuesday, the 10th of February, 2022. I was booked in for a telephone consultation. They called me on Monday at 5 p.m. They said, Miss Papula, we know you've got an appointment tomorrow. It's a telephone appointment, but we're going to need you to come in. I said, come in. It's a telephone consultation. They said, no, but we need you to come in. I was like, I'm not going to lie. My child is 5 years old. She was 6 actually. My child is 6 years old. I can't come. I have no childcare. You can't tell me the day before. I can't get to you. If there's something that you have to say to me, you're just gonna have to tell me on the phone. Then they were like, we just need to check something. Came back. They said, okay, we're gonna call you. And as soon as I came off the phone, I called both of my brothers. I was like, I think I've got cancer. They were like, oh no, don't worry, don't stress. And I was like, that conversation, they're gonna call me tomorrow and they're gonna tell me I've got cancer. I'm just telling you now. They're going to tell me I've got cancer. Didn't sleep, didn't eat. So that whole day, they said the consultation was due to take place at 5 p.m. When you're a parent, everything else matters. Yeah. Everything else doesn't matter. You have to be a parent. On that day, I had to work. I had to take her to her gymnastics class. And I had said to them, my daughter, I've got to take care of my daughter. She had gymnastics. I was still working. I remember sending her off to gymnastics, waiting for them to call me. They said that the consultation was at 5 p.m. They called me at 4:57. This is how vivid my recollection of that day was. I was sat there on my laptop and then they said, so we've concluded the test. Remember we said it could be this, it could be that, They said, so we found that you have this. And then they were just saying, we need you to do X, Y, Z. All of that is noise. I can't remember anything. And literally, they said, do you have any questions? I said, yeah, I've actually only just got one. And then I was like, are you telling me I've got cancer? And they said, yes, you have cancer. And I don't know if you recall when you used to watch movies back in the day or even now, when someone gets news that someone is dead or something has gone horribly wrong, then there's this noise and it's like a long beep. And it's just like beep.
It's just everything
flatline.
It's like everything else was just
everything
muted.
Froze.
And
I couldn't see anything. I couldn't do anything because that's all I could hear. The flatline sound is all I could hear, and it's so chilling because even as I'm talking about, I feel a bit because I remember it like it was yesterday, and it was literally raw. So many things just started going through my head. And they were like, we're going to need you to do this and we're going to need you to do that. We're going to be in touch with next steps. And I said, okay. And they said, we're sorry to tell you. And I said, okay. Because at this point, what else again? And they called me at 4:57, came off the phone at 5:03. Her gymnastics finished at 5:30. I had to get as much tears as I could out in 27 minutes because I had literally just been told that my life, I didn't even know at this point, are you going to die? I don't know. You've just told me I've got cancer. But I have to collect myself before she comes out. She's a child. She can't see me like this. I called my brothers and I said, they said I've got cancer. Then they were like, right, we're going to be at your house at 6:30. I said, cool. I called my best friend. I said, yep, it's cancer. She was like, oh, do you want me to come over? I was like, no, my brothers are going to be there. As soon as I got home, they were there. And this was my nephew at the time. He was 2. He just turned 2, actually. My younger brother, his wife, and my twin brother, because I've got 2 siblings. And they just came round and they just hugged me and they tried to order me Chinese and I didn't eat it. It was a very hard.
Listen, even as I'm just squeezing this. It's heart wrenching for me. It's like, hard. Bro, I don't know. Carry on, bro. I mean, sis.
It was a hard period. It was very hard to start to navigate because I was the person who was running 5K every day. I was the person who was lifting mad weights. I was the person eating unseasoned chicken and broccoli because health, innit? Yeah. Because health. Yet the lump that I found was not in the place that you'd find it. You find a breast, like a lump in your breast, a lump in your prostate, a lump somewhere else. You'd collapse from headaches and find it's a brain tumor, but you would never think to check your hip. I would never think to check my hip. And the type of cancer I had, the irony of the type of cancer I had, is called a myxoid liposarcoma. But the irony of it is fat cells. It's fat cells that have hardened and become cancerous over time. So they don't even know at what point it would have become cancerous. But all they said was, they were like, oh, are you sure you didn't knock your hip on something and the hip bone broke? If my hip bone broke, I think I would know.
You would know it, yeah.
But they said, nope, it's just fatty cells, hardened fatty cells. And I found that so bonkers. So even training for my health, I can get cancer. It's crazy.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
So I had to have I went through this period, the whole week, for a week I didn't eat. I had some soup. I maybe had 3 soups in that week. That's it. And I remember seeing someone in Brixton during that week. Again, she had gymnastics. And they were like, oh, sis, you look fantastic. Oh, whatever you've got, I want it. I said, no, you don't. No, you don't. At that point, she didn't know I had cancer. And I just thought it was so ironic because I was literally wasting away at that point. I was wasting away. And it was a horrible time. Upon reflection, there was so much happening. It was like, oh, we've got to do this. We've got to have radiotherapy. And then once you're done with the radiotherapy, you've got to have surgery. And I had a holiday booked to Mexico in June. And I was like, oh, if I'm going to die, at least let me go on holiday first. And I know it's a very morbid way to think.
I was just want to go out the best way, yeah.
So I was like, let them do the radiotherapy, get that out the way so it doesn't get worse. If it comes back because I'm on holiday, it is what it is. We'll deal with it then. But let me just live. Let me act as if nothing else matters. And I went on that holiday as if nothing else mattered. I enjoyed that holiday with everything in me. I drank till I could drink no more. I slept by the pool. I ate to my heart's content. I lived on that holiday knowing full well I was going to come back and have surgery. The day after we got back from Mexico, I went into surgery. I had to go, the surgery was planned for the 27th. And I was like, nope, I'm still on holiday. I'm not coming back early to come and deal with life. I don't want to move it. So they moved it to the 30th of June. Her birthday was on the 1st of July. And I was in hospital on her birthday. It was horrid. It was absolutely horrid. And then they told me maybe 3 weeks later after the surgery that they'd got all of the cancer.
Amen. Hallelujah. Come on.
And they said I was cancer free. So the 21st of July is my cancer free date. And I've turned that into it being my rebirth day. As in, it's the day I was officially given a chance again to actually live my life, innit?
Yeah.
And from then, I tried to continue training when I was having treatment, and I realized that I was being very hard on myself. And what I realized is that I was mourning the body that I had before cancer. And I was angry at that body because I felt like it failed me. Because how did we get here? You felt like you were doing all of the right things and you still ended up here. So I was angry, and I can't lie, there's a part of me that still is angry. Because I've got hip mobility issues now. So like my squat is mad. Like my hips hurt when I do certain things.
I've been seeing your squat videos. I've been seeing you trying to get through it. Yeah.
You push through. Push through. But one thing that I'm grateful for is like the gift of movement. I still have the gift of movement.
Yeah.
The fitness thing is a lot of the reason why I continue doing the fitness. One is for me. Respectfully, I don't care about everybody else. I care about me. I'm doing what I want, and you lot are just watching me do it. If I inspire you, I'm grateful for being able to have an impact on people, because it took a long time for me to get there. Because mentally, I still battle mentally now.
Yeah.
Every time I cough a bit funny, I'm like, crap, the cancer's back. Every time they say, we need you to come in for this appointment, I think it's because the cancer's back. When I have a scan, I got a scan next week. And there's a thing now, it's called scanxiety. You get anxiety around scans because it's all the scans that you have that confirm that you have it in the first place. So it's more of a trauma response. But fitness is something that has always kept me sane. The gift of movement is what has kept me sane, which is why I do it. I do it with my whole heart because I'm so passionate about it. And a lot of the reason why I'm very much like, I continue to do it. I do it for women. I do it for women because we're not always seen. I do it for black women because we're not always seen.
Yeah.
I do it for black women over 30 because we're not always seen. I do it for black mothers because they're not always seen. I do it for black women who are mothers of a certain age because they're not always seen. The fitness industry is very male heavy, even though the clientele are predominantly women. That's crazy to me.
That's very crazy.
So it's mad how women continue to get overlooked. And there's not a HR person I can go to, but what I can do with my little influence is show you that there's hope. There's some hope. You can be seen. You just have to keep on going.
And listen, sorry to cut you off. This was somebody that told me earlier in the episode, don't call me that. Don't call me celebrity. You are an amazing figure in this community. With the story you've just said right now, do you know what you've just said? I don't think you understand the powers of what you just said in your story. Do you know me? I can't lie, maybe a little tear wanted to come. I can't lie, because I was like, you know how heart-wrenching it is. Like you said, you remember it vividly. 457. You understand all these sort of things, and like you said, like now you are a lot of people's inspiration. And that was my next question to you, your inspirations. But I feel like you answered so much in that whole segment, and it's a case of people are looking up to you. So you can't, unfortunately, and I know it may not have been a case of or a thing you wanted to do. You serve the community now. Yeah. You understand? And I say that with a case of take that with joy and happiness.
I do.
You understand? And because I'm telling you, people are going to watch this episode and say, rah, this lady that I see every week on the socials, she went through all of that.
Yeah.
Look at the way you're smiling now. People can't smile like this after going through that. I swear to you. No. I'm still on my emotional rant. If I went through all of that on my life, I'm robbing people. I'm robbing people to my last day, because I know that my last day is coming. What's there to be happy about? But what's
there to not be happy about though?
True.
You have to, like I said it. I don't know if I said it before we were live. Like, you have to make time for the enjoyment.
Yes. The
sorrow will make time for itself. That season of sorrow, it was a long time. I'm talking, my dad died in 2019.
Crazy.
The cancer diagnosis came in 2022. So I'm already 3 years deep into a season of sorrow, innit? Because what else again? I'm here now. Let me make the most of it. If I survived the cancer, I know that not everybody's prognosis is the same. Not everybody's outcome is the same. But what I said to myself is, if cancer didn't kill me, something is going to kill me at some point. I don't know the time I'm going to go. And let me stop acting as if I know the time I'm going to go. Because even outside of that, like I have a neighbor, she's got dementia. And she had an episode where she was like, she couldn't remember anything. I had to call the ambulance because I don't really chat to her like that. And she didn't remember she had a husband. Her husband was out. Her husband had gone out to go and get stuff. They don't have people who visit them. They don't have their family around them. Like, sights going, the hearing's going, the memory's gone, the mobility's going. And I remember wanting to go out that weekend, and some people had said, oh, this was in August. Oh, you going carnival? And I said, no, it's not really for me, you know, maybe next year I'll go. And I remember standing in this woman's house. I'd never been in her house, looking around because she asked me for water. I handed her the water that was in front of her because I assumed it was hers. She said, is this mine? I said, yeah.
Jeez.
So she doesn't even remember if it's hers. And because she doesn't know, let me go and find her another one. And I remember standing in her house and I thought, there's going to come a point in time, and I pray it's not dementia, but there's going to come a time in life where there's going to be things I want to do that I didn't do. Yeah. Because I said, I've got more time and I'll do it next year. I'll do it tomorrow. Even if I don't get dementia, at one point I'm going to die. And it sounds morbid as hell, but I need to stop acting as if tomorrow is promised. It's not.
Yeah, it's true.
So I was like, what's wrong with you going carnival this year? What's wrong? You've not done it. I'd not been to carnival for like 11 years at this point. And I was like, I feel like I want to go. Within the safety of like being with a band in a float, all of that stuff, I said, I want to go. If God doesn't want me to go, I'm not going to go. So there were barriers that came up and it was like, maybe I shouldn't. And then the barriers were put down. It was like, all right, maybe God does want me to go to this one. Just to say I've experienced it. Yeah. And I went and I had the time of my life.
Come on.
And I like live by this thing of, if I died tomorrow, obviously we pray that God gives us long life. We pray for health. We pray that we're alive to see like our loved ones grow and all of that. But if you died tomorrow, would you have been happy with the person you were today? Even if you're not happy with the person you were yesterday, you still have today to change that. And you can change who you want to be for tomorrow, isn't it?
Of course.
But tomorrow could come and you might not be here. Like, if, God forbid, I died tomorrow, I would know that today I had a really amazing conversation with you. And that would be enough for me. You know, today I was happy. And you have to choose happy. You actually have to choose happiness. So when people are like, oh, you're a light, you smile all the time, because what's the alternative? I post when I smile because I wasn't posting when I was crying. Because when them tears were there, it was real.
For real.
I cried a lot. There were several days and nights I cried. I'm not the type to like post while I'm crying on the internet. It'll always be after. When I was posting like the recap stuff, when I got given the all clear. Oh, yeah, end it. My uncle's calling me. When like the nights, there were the nights I was, at this time I was also single. I was single and I had to battle a lot of this alone.
That's tough.
It is. But because I was able to do that, I know I can take on anything. There is nothing that anyone can throw at me that I will not try and find a resolution to. And being single and being a parent, like being a single parent, being single, it means at times you have to adopt both roles. So you have to adopt the masculine roles. You have to adopt the feminine roles. It's not to say I am masculine, but I have to assume masculine roles at times, which means being more assertive. And that spans across like my whole life now. And you have to approach things both logically and emotionally. So earlier I mentioned that women approach things a lot more emotionally. I'm a very emotional person and I know that. But I also know that there's a time for being practical and logical to find a solution, because no one's going to do it for me. At all. Remember, we're the adults now. We're the adults who have to deal with the adult problems.
There's no manual. There's no manual.
But that's another reason why we have to give ourselves grace, because we've not been here before. The version of you today is not a version you've been before.
No.
And you're here because of your experiences. So while, yes, I am very sad, and it sounds sarcastic me saying it, because I'm being so genuine. I'm sad that my parents are not here. But if I could have them back again for a day or have £1 million, I'll take the £1 million. I don't want to feel that pain again. I don't want to feel the pain of the loss again.
I hear that.
And they'd come back and then what? They'd go again. And now you're gone and I'm still broke. What? Do you know what I mean?
I hear it still.
But it's life. Like, I'm very experienced in life. I've had a lot of life experiences. And all of that has brought me to where I am today. And I genuinely do the things that I do because I want to show someone that there is actually a light at the end of the tunnel. 2019, I couldn't see myself sitting here having a conversation about this with anyone. I didn't want to talk about my grief. I didn't want to talk about anything. I wanted to process it. And when I had cancer, I actually didn't say anything about it until I was towards the end of my treatment. And that was because I get very I get overwhelmed with like when people message me, if there's anything I can do. But the thing is, I don't want anyone's help.
Yeah.
I wanted to process it, and I wanted to navigate it around me with genuine people around me. And it's not to say people are fake, because people just want to do what they can.
Yeah.
But sometimes I do feel like when people offer help, and this is not a slight on anyone or anything, a lot of the time you're doing it for you. You're not doing it for me. You're doing it because you want to feel better about the situation, like you did what you could.
Yeah.
And it's human nature at the end of the day. So I'm not mad at anybody for anyone who offered me help and I turned it down. It's nothing to do with anything, but I just wanted to process things how I wanted to process them.
And it's normal. Especially when you're going through something like that, and you're just seeing so many messages. You have to sort of even filter who's the real and who's the fake, who's actually doing it, like I said, for the sake of themselves, or with a view to say, yeah, I did that for you. If it wasn't for me, you would have
Yeah.
You see me, I'm still stuck on the fact that you said, if I go tomorrow, I know I had a good conversation here.
It's true.
If I go and order Nando's for everybody here.
Yeah, but I'm even hungry.
Popz was Nando's. He doesn't know I don't have the 20 million yet.
You're not with that attitude, you don't.
Yeah, I'll have it. And when I get that
Jesus'
20
name.
million, I'll even buy. You want not even Nando's, Nobu for you.
I've never had Nobu in my life. I'm a simple babe. Please, the Nando's is okay. You
The
know
Nando's.
why? It fits within my macros for the day. So Nobu, I don't know about that one.
That one. But listen, like, it's been an amazing conversation, and I don't even want this one to end. And I feel like I gotta even get you in for part 2. That's
Part 2. Do you know what? I got a lot to say about a lot of stuff. We won't leave here.
Listen, I don't want to leave. I want to hear everything. I want to open my heart to your voice. Respectfully, because you know the way I speak, people just think this Nigerian romancer, fam.
Yeah, you're a bad demon.
And you're about Shakespeare, you don't know.
No, she says Shakespeare.
but obviously, before we round, I want to ask you, you know, like advice to your younger self if you ever met her. I mean, you got a mini me in the building. Big up the young queen over there. And obviously, alternatively, people looking up to you. What would your advice to them be?
It's gonna be okay.
Come on.
It's gonna be okay. Whatever it is, whatever you're doing, whatever you're going through, it's gonna be okay. But you actually have to give yourself grace. Go through the process. Be grateful for it when you're in it. You won't see it now, but it will make sense later. It's like a scroll. You know when you open a scroll, you gotta open it slowly.
Yeah.
It's delicate. You gotta take time. You can't rush it. Yeah, it's gonna be okay, man. Like in the context of whatever season you're in, it's always gonna be okay. You actually need to give yourself grace to be in that season. Like in church some years back, it's a number of years back, I heard that like your life is already planned out.
Yep.
And the problem is we want to get to the destination now. But that journey is being unfolded, and there's a reason why that journey is being unfolded at the pace it's being unfolded. There's things you need to learn along the way. If you saw the destination, you'd be looking for all the shortcuts. Remember the A to Z? The amount of time you had to take to learn your destination, why people have so much respect for black cabbies, because they need to know their roots. You if you know where you're going, you're going to encounter problems along the way, and you're going to come into barriers. There's going to be mountains, and you think that the barriers stop your process. The barriers are the process. You have to go through it. I had to go through every single season of my life that I've been in has led me here because of those barriers, because of those perceived problems. Again, good, I can appreciate good because I've been through bad. I can appreciate bad because I know what good looks like. And at the end of the day, everything you are, everything you're going to be is exactly how it's supposed to happen. Don't rush it. I would give my younger self a hug and tell her, like, don't rush it. Embrace it. Enjoy where you are now. At some point, it's going to be okay. At some point, you'll actually be able to smile again. And I always want to give people, like, some level of hope and give them the guidance that I felt like maybe I didn't have. Again, the fitness stuff.
Okay.
I'm being the person that I didn't have. I didn't see black women in the space. I didn't see anyone who looked like me in that space. So now I'm being that person so people can see me in that space. And you get written off the older you get. The people I'm around are much younger than me. But I'm saying it's okay to still exist in these spaces. Be you. Be authentically you. Hold your light. Keep the light on. The right people will attract you, but also practice discernment. I think discernment is a massive thing. But keep the light on, because with light, it attracts good things, but it also attracts insects. It attracts moths.
Yep.
So use discernment for those situations. Pray about it. If you're faith-based, if you practice a faith, like really tap into that. Lean on your community. But above everything, it's always going to be all right.
Jeez.
Like, all right. Literally, all right. And even though it's not okay as you may have known it previously, it will be okay. And you'll find a reason to testify about it. You'll find a reason to smile about it at some point. And it will be a lesson that you would have been grateful for later in your life. That's literally, I feel like that's literally all I can say.
Pastor Popz, it's crazy. The 15 seconds on the clock. And like, I can't lie, it's been an amazing episode.
Thank you.
You are an amazing woman. I'm not going to lie.
I appreciate you.
And listen, part 2's coming.